What is feudalism? How did feudalism come about, and how did it fail? Well, feudalism is the political, military, and social system in the Middle Ages based on the holding of lands in fee and in the resulting relations between lords, knights, serfs, and a king. Well, when Rome fell, all was in chaos. So, barbarians killed Roman citizens. This led the people worried and confused of what they should do next. So, some few people rose up to king or power and then gave land to other people. This was the beginning of the feudal system. Kat Ellingson, our reporter, is there to interview some people that lived during the feudal system.
This is day one, and I will be talking to King Frederick. Here's King Frederick. Oh wow, hi, it's such an honor to meet you.
Of course it is.
So, as king, what is it you do?
Well, as the king, I basically rule over all the land that I own. So, if I say something is the law, then it becomes the law. So, if somebody decides to go against my law, there's a very long list of terrible punishments that they will have to deal with. So most people don't. Now, unfortunately, there are a bunch of other kings who aren't me. Now, these other kings tend to disagree with my opinion that their being king is an offense to God himself. So, occasionally, I have to go to war with kings so that I can take over their land and things like that. And that's where my nobles come in.
So, what is your relationship with your nobles?
Well, I will these lesser nobles asking me for land that they can rule over. So I grant them said land. In exchange, they have to be loyal to me. So when I decide to go to war with other kings, they have to be there and provide military service with themselves and their troops. Interestingly, they aren't actually loyal to each other, so occasionally they'll declare war on one another, which I must say, it's infuriating when part of my military is destroying itself, but also rather entertaining to watch a bunch of idiots killing each other. And whatever.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. It was such an honor to meet you.
Again, of course it was.
I get to talk to Queen Clementine, who is beloved by all of her citizens. My name is Kat Ellingson, and I'm here with Queen Clementine, and she's graciously agreed to do an interview with us. Hello.
Hello, my loyal subjects.
Can you tell us about your role in your royal role in the feudal system?
Well, to be completely honest with you, Kat, my position as queen, I do not hold very high up or per se politically. My main role is really to help my king, to spy on rivals and to really ignite conflicts, if you will. I'm very smart, if you haven't noticed already, and so I help my king strategize and analyze various situations, and when needed, I throw celebrations at the palace.
Wow, you are really important. Can you describe your relationship with the king?
Of course, my dear. My very trusty ally, my king. He's my king, frankly. I love him. I'm like his advisor, if you will. We go everywhere together. I accompany everywhere.
Can you tell us about how your royal name is continued? Don't you have to produce a new heir to the throne?
Of course, a baby boy. This secures my king's position and hold on the empire. If I was unable to produce a child, I would be shunned, divorced, or possibly killed. But although brutal, it's completely necessary for my kingdom.
Well, thank you so much. That will conclude our exclusive interview with the Queen. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Day 2, I get to talk to Lord Lloyd. I'm here with Lauren. So, Lauren, what role do you hold in the feudal system?
Silly peasant, I am a lord, no greater than the king, but better than the likes of you.
Well, okay then. Someone's a little full of themselves. What exactly do you do that makes you so great?
As I stated, I am a lord. I rule over peasants and knights.
Well, how did you obtain your estate?
I asked the king for land, and in return promised him loyalty. Myself and my knights will fight to the death for him. My knights are loyal to me and only me. Our relationship depends on the feudal contract, the unwritten rules that determine the relationship between a lord and a knight.
This contract sounds interesting. So, is it like the relationship between you and the king?
Yes, it's very similar. It's a very similar relationship, but I've had enough of you. Good day.
Well, thank you, Lord Lauren, for your time.
It is my last day in medieval times. I hope I see a knight so that I can interview him.
Hello, what is your name?
I am Onicus.
What is your duty as a knight?
My duty as a knight is to learn how to fight and serve my lord according to the code of chivalry.
Lord Lauren talked a little bit about the code of chivalry yesterday. What does that mean?
The code of chivalry is a moral system which went beyond the rules of combat, and that's what us knights live by. It's like different rules, such as like protecting the weak and defenseless, to keep faith at all times, and to always speak the truth.
How do you become a knight? Could I be a knight?
You could not become a knight unless you were the son of a noble. And then at the age of 7, you're taken to a different castle to be trained as a page. And then at 16, you become a squire and work for a different knight, like tending to the horse and learning more from them. And then around age 20, you actually get knighted.
What are the different things you're trained in as a knight?
Well, we're trained in strength, logic, weapons, fighting on horseback, as well as reading, writing, and speaking different languages.
Okay, and what does it mean to you to be a knight?
So, people say that to be a knight is to be a mounted and armored soldier, but I think to be a knight is to be dedicated to your kingdom.
Well, thank you so much. I'll let you get back to serving your kingdom.
Thank you.
This was a normal knighting ceremony. Normally it held the knight's family, friends, and of course other knights and other religious people.
On my way back home from talking to Lord Lauren, I came across a serf. This is what she had to say.
You look pretty tired. How often do you work, Sarah?
Well, Lord Lauren keeps me pretty busy. I work 4 or 5 times a week in the fields, and then other days I'm working in the mills. It's pretty hard. Yeah, there's a lot of other different tasks that Lauren has me to do too.
Do you have any big dreams for your future?
Dreams? What are those? No, but I'll marry when, actually, this year. I think I'll stay in my little tribe, like marry one of those guys over there. But, yeah, and then I'll die eventually and be happier in God's paradise.
Okay. How do you feel about Lord Lauren? Does she treat you well?
She doesn't really communicate with us commoners that much, but when she does, she seems very stuck up. So, but I don't put that anywhere because I don't want to be in the stocks for punishment or anything.
Oh no. What about the king? How do you feel about the king?
Who's the king? I don't care. I just got my fields.
Well, thank you.
There is no one single cause that can be pinpointed for the decline of the feudal system. Some say it was the Black Plague. Some say that it was just war was just waged enough to where the point where too many systems were falling. Some say that it was just the serfs that overcame in various regions and revolted. Some say other things as well, but these are all theories. There's not one specific reason, but we do know that it ended. Now, the current Queen of England, London, England, is just a figurehead, really.
3, 2, 1. Dude, I think my dude, ow, no, dude.
Oh my gosh, Becky! Why do I have to have such a long hair?
Becky,
This is why I don't have a ponytail anymore. God.
You need to bring in some pictures of that, because that
The camera's really liking that black and then going back to normal.
I struggle, guys.
guys, I gotta hurry get this one done. I'm really cold.
It looks like the screen's flashing red and white, like you're being stabbed. Here's Johnny. I'm seriously just gonna cut this all out.
Bloopers.
Hey. Yeah.
My name's Kat Elling.
I think that's a cut.
Double ring.
Okay. Yep. Some good stabbing. I don't know, but this is getting pretty funny. This is just gonna be in the bloopers. That's our barbaric night. That's our barbaric night.